Welcome back to Octogeddon. We're still playing hard mode. We still haven't won. We're still ashamed. Did get an extra life last time, so I start with 5. Oh, and the volume was still down after the issues from before. Looks like I should be fine going with the crab. Let's see, put the... no more static. That is an unfortunate bug, and I'm hoping that it gets dealt with soon. So here we are, back in New York Ocean, in hard mode, having lost to the final boss. I did my very best, but I think really I just need to have a more positive demeanor when it comes to assessing my situation. I was worried a bit too much about lives, and I was getting distracted by the damage I took, and the stuff that I was doing wrong instead of focusing on my progress through each stage. Oh boy, that was close. Obviously, if I could get through all of New York without taking a single hit, I would be very happy. I'd like to get a snake. I'd skip straight to Cobra if I could, though. Or Firefly, actually. So I can afford a Firefly, and I'd gladly get that instead. And then, yeah, I'll get some lives, and I'll be doing all sorts of stuff. Trying to learn lessons from my last run. There we go. So, right off the bat, we've got a Firefly. I'm going to toss on a Goldfish for good measure. We've got super speedy subs, which maybe that was my first mistake. I will try to focus on those subs as they show up. I think I shoot fast enough that as long as I don't get too many extras, it should be okay. Okay, give me that treasure chest. 3 treasure chests. Oh, that was not as good as I was hoping. Trying to get treasure chests is like trying to fight a boss. Oh, that gold coin scared me for a moment. I thought it was a speedy sub. I don't know if there are super speedy subs though. I didn't check for the rocket booster, but I will assume that's the case, because that seems like just the way to mess with this second wave. Where are you? There. Okay, so it is super speedy, which means just hang in there. Don't get too worried, and then finish. There we go. And I've got 1,700. I could get a life, a tentacle, and something else, but so what do we have? Tentacle, Cobra, another goldfish, extra life. I'm in a real good spot. Oh, you know, I did make a mistake though. I should have put, and I gotta remember to do this more often, I should have put oh, sorry, I got distracted by that. Oh, well, I should have put at least one of these shooters in between a goldfish. I need to be better about doing that stuff. And I did take my first hit, but New York is usually where health subs tend to show up the most. Probably not during the boss, though, but it's just Big Boss Bass. I'll get a bunch of gold. I'm immediately going to get another tentacle as soon as I can afford it. I'll probably be able to afford it at the end of this, because you get a decent amount of gold from this boss. Just the swarm. This is a really important farming opportunity. And I guess I could be drawing it out. I could be... Oh! Ooh, I could be shooting him back. But I would much rather... Dang it. That's okay. I would much rather just deal with him as stuff shows up. And there we are. Took a little bit of damage, but really, it's just my pride that has hurt the most. I can get another tentacle. I can get extra life. I can get a snail. Let's grab a tentacle. And you know what? I'm gonna get a cobra. Instead of dickering with the snail and trying to work out something clever, should have probably checked what I was gonna be running into. Oh, there we go. That has put me in a way better position, because I know I can get through this without getting hit twice. Oh. It's a little less worrisome when you've got an extra health, but it still creates a bit of alarm. Just rushing through. I already got another tentacle. I've got my goldfish. I'm ready to sacrifice a goldfish whenever I need. They're not expensive enough to worry about. They pay for themselves and they give me a little bit. And then as soon as I need extra damage, I'm gonna switch. So, I'm a new man, and I'm ready to prove it. There we go. I even got an extra coin somehow. Oh, that probably from a goldfish. Alright. What do we got? Not enough to justify a frog. But a sea urchin and an extra life, for sure. 7 lives. Haven't lost any yet, thanks to that clutch health at the beginning of that last level. Clutch! And I'm just still pushing my way through as quickly as possible. Better safe than sorry, I guess. I'll forgive myself, because it meant staying protected. Still getting lots of gold. I still have a pretty good setup. If I can get, like, a king cobra before I need a... Well, I guess another tentacle is kind of next on my list. If I feel confident that I can get through the next level without spending an extra life, I will, or without costing myself a life, then I will get another life, and I will have 8. And honestly, I'm starting off really well. I definitely had a good array of enemies at the beginning, which helps. I am breaking my own rule here by focusing a bit more on that, but I wanted to make sure that I was getting all the gold I could from those enemies. Next tentacle is going to be 5,000. So we got speedy planes. They could bring me closer to an issue. Look, I'm gonna get the life. I'm still feeling really good about this. I don't even need the firefly. I could be really dumb and I could get another goldfish. But that's 600 for the firefly and 50 for the goldfish. So I would have to make at least 600, well, at least 575 gold before it was worth it. And I mean, from the goldfish itself, I'm not just gonna count that gold coin I got as counting, because this isn't lives. The lives themselves are the ones that are worth. Just do that, Ursula. Thank you. Racking up money like crazy. The early goldfish build is very nice for smoothing everything along. Butcher is going to be just fine. I need to pay a little more attention to how gold is received. Because it seems like I get it on a wave-by-wave basis. Butcher's gonna be dealt with pretty fast. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll activate. Nah, I'm not too confident that Ursula's gonna be able to do a whole lot. As long as you've got a snake. Okay, go for it. Just give me that extra little bit of damage. Already midway through phase 2. So, New York, as it usually is, not the most eventful. So I'll be happy to get through it. No lives lost, no, not too much damage taken. Actually, at the end of this, because of the healing, I have really only lost the 1 health, which is really nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and have Ursula come in here. There we go. I think she'll still be able to damage him. Oh, looks like not. So he is fully defended when that is lower. Why doesn't he just constantly drop it? That would certainly make him a lot harder. 5 gold coins seems to be what happens. You get a lot more gold at the beginning of, or at the boss in New York. Not sure. I didn't get any more gold from those goldfish, so it seems like they give you money every wave. Oh, there we go. I'll let Ursula do the final blow. Okay. Things are progressing swimmingly. I've dealt with stealth. Oh! We'll return to Octogeddon after this brief commercial break. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford anything from the shell shop after this run, unless I get magic conches. So, I'm just going to watch that count steadily rise. It's going to take a little while, though, for those last 3 purchases. I have 3 more left, and I think they're 2, 3, and 2,000. So, that's another 8,000 shells. 7,000 shells before I'm able to finish the shell shop, and then I guess we'll see what happens there. Just jamming. You can't see it, but I'm dancing from where I'm sitting. It's just a nice... It's a good palate cleanser. Like, it's so lively and it's so... Ooh, it activated my ability right after I got hit. But after running through the streets of New York, destroying everything in sight, I get a little break with my buddy Spike under the sea, and then I get to go right back to it. It's like a nice little break. Okay, easy. There's really nothing here that I want. Chicken's not fast enough, frog's not strong enough, so I get the fortune of hanging on to the goldfish. I'm gonna try to count how much money I get from the goldfish. I'm gonna be very specific about it. So I just got 225. I'm paying real close attention to what's coming from the goldfish and what's not. So there was another 25, that's 250 total. Ooh. I think that was another 50. So there's 300, 325. Darn. I may have lost count. That looks like I got up to 400. I think I got a gold coin specifically from that. Whoa. It's a little hard to keep track, but there's another 50, so I've got at least 500. So they are paying for themselves. Oh, dang. They're paying for themselves, and I don't really have to worry too much. What do you think? Another cobra, and an extra life. Just gonna keep the good lifetimes rolling. I honestly don't think that it's weakening me. Dang it! I don't think it's weakening me to pay attention to the number of lives I have and to give myself as many as possible. Because I'm spending a couple thousand. But the result is that in later levels, those are translating... Ooh, that was close. Almost missed that one. But those translate directly into thousands of gold in later levels. Because I have the lives I have, I'm going to lose them as I do. But having the extra lives at the end, that's what you're investing in. I'm just gonna activate Ursula. Just gonna let her deal with some of the stress. I need Spike next, which is gonna be a little expensive. Not prohibitive, but... I'm feeling good about keeping Hydras for the time. I've only gotten hit on this life by the one speedy sub, and there it is. First ocean's done. First Sydney Ocean. And what do we got next? Pillbug. Easy. I am gonna go for nothing. I'm gonna be... Okay. I'm getting a queen bee. It's time to start replacing the goldfish. I've got all my lives. That's the biggest thing I have to deal with at the beginning. That's because the faster that I get lives, or the sooner I get lives, the less I end up spending overall. So the amount that I end up spending on all of those goldfish and the lives that I get to make up for those costs, I think the queen bee is a good choice. Come on, gimme. There we go. And queen bee will pay for herself. If she gets me a couple treasure chests, then I'll consider myself fortunate. Well, I mean, I guess she would... It's kind of a... She still has to do a lot more than just that, that little bit that she'd do. Oh, man. I took a bit of a risk on that bee. I'm actually using the queen bee primarily. And so far, it's working pretty well. So I'm just gonna trust in my queen. Look at that, 3 hits to defeat a pill bug. Ooh. Let's not aim her like she is a firefly, though. Let's just focus on the firefly, and then we will we'll let the queen bee do her thing, as is her wont. Let's just go ahead and... There we go. 2,000. No more extra lives. They're way too expensive, and I'm just not going to be able to afford them. Megapede. I am going to get the Pelican, because the Pelican does a ton of damage to Megapede, and will help prevent me from taking a ton of damage. And the Pelican combined with the queen bee, I think is going to be very beneficial. Ooh, let's not ignore these stealthed enemies. They're a lot thicker than the ones we've encountered up to this point. Here we go. I get to invest in getting that treasure chest much sooner, and that puts me in a much safer position. I'm gonna chomp this guy when he shows up. Bam. Unfortunately, oh, I jumped in my seat a little bit. Unfortunately, the Pelican wasn't able to hit anything, but you know what? I've learned it's not about hitting stuff. That's just a bonus. It's about grabbing the enemies to begin with and getting them out of the picture right away. So first of all, we'll be dealing with his heads right away. Hopefully, Queen Bee will do a decent amount of damage. So I'll use Queen Bee and and Cobra, and then throw it out, and then grab the next one. No problem. Looks like Queen Bee is not having nearly as much luck as I expected, but she is still providing a lot of backup. Okay, there we go. Oh, I almost managed to avoid getting hit. Oh, that was very close. So I didn't lose a life to Megapede. That is all Pelican. Queen Bee helped. I'll admit, she totally helped, but she was not solely responsible for the success of that last endeavor. If I'm lucky, I won't die again. I'm just Gonna keep the good times rolling. Make sure I'm keeping a safe distance between me and my foes. Make steady progress as quickly as I can without compromising my advantageous position. Ooh, boy. I guess that's not so bad. Could be worse. I'm gonna remember to put the Firefly in a good position so that the Queen Bee can also contribute to the damage that's being dealt. I think that this is the run where I have trouble giving up a Queen Bee because of how important it ends up being to my later success. Bye-bye, fishies. Hopefully they don't turn back around and come back after you've thrown them to the wind. And Queen Bee is even taking care of some of those guys. I've learned something in every one of my runs. It's just neat to see what works best in the moment. You know, there's no perfect run. Stuff is random. You're not always gonna get what you need or what you want. So I'm growing content. Oh, nice, I got 2 of the planes. I'm growing content to just let it happen and hope for the best. Oh, that was amazing! I think that when the Pelican throws things, it doesn't get destroyed as it does damage. It remains a projectile that continues to fly through the air and do as much damage as it can. So you get the benefit of, wow, I can't believe I've only got 1 health left and I'm still just doing just fine. You have to be confident. If you feel confident, then you will know how to ride a bike. I'm gonna link that in the video because if you're ever missing motivation, then that kid has the words for you. I'm gonna get the snapping turtle, and I'll do so at the cost of this right here. But I will pick right back up in the next video, and we'll just keep the good times rolling. Thanks for watching.